Hello, it's me, LETTERBOXD, and welcome to Top Disappointments of 2017. Keep in mind that these are just opinions, and for me, these movies were disappointing. But I don't mean that they were bad or anything, but they just didn't deliver anything that I would have hoped to see in these movies. Let's go! Valerian and the City of Thousand Planets. This movie was beautiful to watch, but that's not enough for me, unfortunately. The plot wasn't very solid, it had big pacing problems, and some things were too confusing while trying to understand this universe and the characters and how it works. Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne were playing more themselves than the characters from this universe. Even Rihanna did a better job than these two, and she is singer, for Christ's sake. Luc Besson's visuals were recognizable and very impressive, though. This movie is still falling to the bracket of disappointments of 2017 for me. Death Note. So, this attempt to adapt an anime series to live action movie didn't go as we would have hoped it to go. The series is very important for many people, and the hopes were pretty damn high for this for many of us. The drop was really high for the fans when we discovered that this movie was a mess. They made it to dumb teen drama flick with an awful pacing, but also with a lot of visually stunning things. So Ryuk was the best part of the movie, but even Willem Dafoe couldn't save this movie from disappointment by himself. Rings. I mean, I love the original The Ring movie and I had some big hopes for this, but when I heard that this will be the sequel to The Ring and they kinda erased The Ring 2 from the timeline, I was a little worried, to say the least. The movie was a mess, the script was a mess, the plot and the character motivations were just awful. Few, like okay-ish moments here and there, but very forgettable movie in so many ways. I don't even remember the names of the main characters anymore. That's how bad it was. They tried too hard to make this movie something what it really couldn't even be in the first place. Dark Tower. Stephen King's book have the most compelling storylines always, and in that case I assume that this adaptation must be awesome, right? Well, it wasn't awesome in any way, unfortunately. Multiple books and storylines were mashed to this one short 90-minute movie, which was the biggest mistake of this production. It felt very rushed and confusing. Plot had big flaws with the pacing, character development was slim to none, and many key elements were left off unmentioned in this movie. Even the good performances of Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey weren't enough to recover the misses this movie had. I hope they will reboot it and make it franchise using 1-2 books in one movie, because this way it is just ridiculous waste of great source material. Atomic Blonde. First off, I went to watch this movie without even knowing what it was, to get surprised, and I had no idea what was going on most of the time. The plot was boring as hell, for real it was. Yeah, these LED lights and beautiful close-ups were great, yes, but it didn't work for me at all. Only thing that I liked in this movie were Charlize Theron's amazing performance and these damn great action sequences and the tone, which was pretty dark. The Mummy. The idea was great, but nah. The beginning was a mess, and the second half of the movie was at least a little better with some epic visual effects and intensity, but this movie was already doomed at that point. They already had these big plans to create this big monster-filled dark universe, as they called it, But after the reception of The Mummy, they called it off and cancelled that project, apparently, which is very disappointing in my opinion. They had to freaking throw that Tom Cruise scene all over the movie where he's running towards the camera and running away from something in the background. Overused already with him. Only great thing was pretty convincing villain, and as I said, the second half of the movie. Still a little disappointed that this movie was messed up straight from the beginning. Transformers: The Last Night. Yeah, wow. I wanted to just, leave this here and blow my brains out of reviewing this second time, but I need to put some points up because it's not fair that every other movie of this list gets some. So the plot was very confusing and it had no actual character development whatsoever. Sure, there was some damn awesome visuals and moments where we saw the best of Michael Bay, but for Christ's sake, everything else was too much. It was too long, some things were not even explained properly when needed to. It tries to be entertaining blockbuster, but it got so many things wrong already from the first 20 minutes and in so many levels that it just couldn't be redeemed anyhow anymore. So yeah, here was my picks, 2017 disappointments, but I think you're thinking, where's the Emoji Movie, where's Flatliners, where's the 50 Shades Darker, the Snowman, the Bye Bye Man? Well, I didn't even touch those movies because I already knew that they were gonna be pretty bad, so I thought that I wouldn't waste time on those movies. But yeah, I hope you like my list. I didn't put it in any order, but these are my picks, and let me see your picks in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe for more content like this, and this is the end of 2017. Thank you for everything you have done this year. Awesome progress we had this year, so I'm very stoked, and let's continue this journey in 2018. Thank you for watching. Cheers.